Z-Force.
Yeah, I didn't know it first.
Getting that Z-Force.
I love that my sisters. They're so cute. Isn't it nice?
You're gonna pretend?
Yeah. Come on. So tired.
Ready?
Yeah, no.
How did you get to a point, and my brother asked me this, how did you get to a point where you went from laying in a hospital bed just broken because Down syndrome was now part of your life to choosing to do it 2 more times? And it's just that. You just, once you see that beauty and the capability and the love, that it's just a different kind of love that they have and that the world gets to feel because of them and through them. That's why you choose it. My husband Chris and I had never thought about adoption of any kind. One night I found Mia's picture. Mia was at the time 4.5. She's the same age as our Brie. They're a month apart. And she just had these lost, dark, empty eyes. If this was my daughter who's here in the next room, I would do anything in the world to get across the world to her and to, bring her to a family and to help her. And I just immediately felt like that was my daughter. But Mia had been given up at birth simply because she had Down syndrome. So the only difference was that she was born in a scenario where they didn't understand. They didn't understand that she had potential. They didn't understand that she could do everything that our other children could do. She was just going to do it differently. And I think the biggest thing that she didn't get for those 4.5 years, obviously she didn't get fed right and nurtured and taken care of physically, but she didn't get love. She still has trauma and things that she can never unlearn from those first few years. And it's because they just didn't understand that someone with Down syndrome is just as deserving as all of the rest of us. So here we had these 2 little toddlers with Down syndrome. Mia didn't speak English. She had never been outside at night. She'd never been outside the orphanage gates. And so everything for that first few months was just magical, like just simple things. And then we saw those eyes again, and we found our little Noah. What did we do?
Everyone got me.
We came and got you from where?
No, everyone's talking me.
You want us to talk about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Go. We initially said no, even though I felt very strongly that we should. We couldn't really get on the same page. My husband had a harder time with it that time around, and I knew that we couldn't do it if we both weren't on the same page. So we made the decision. We told the lady at the orphan ministry, we can't do it. And I've never felt worse in my entire life than I did that night. Didn't sleep a wink, went back to Chris and said, I'm sorry, but there is something pulling me differently to this little boy than was in the past. Fast forward to his story with his birth mom, and we see her side of it, and he got super emotional in Ukraine after we met Noah and his birth mom. And he said, I'm so sorry that my fears almost stood in the way of this miracle. And I just think no matter how hard those struggles are, we don't regret it for one split second. Noah's birth mom gave him up to the orphanage because they told her that someone from America might come get him if she gave him to this orphanage. So when we went to meet Noah, she had asked the social worker if anyone had inquired about her son. So she hadn't visited him. It had been 10 months since he was born, and she would go and drop diapers off at the orphanage, but she couldn't bear to see him. But then she just had this feeling to ask if anyone was interested, and the social worker said, actually, there's a family coming tomorrow to meet him. So she decided to ask our permission if she could come meet us. So we had the incredible experience of meeting with this sweet birth mother that was given no choices. She was given the same delivery of the news that I was with Bree, in saying, I'm so sorry, your child has Down syndrome. But she wasn't given an option to keep this child. There were no resources. The pediatricians wouldn't see him there. If she had kept him, she would have had to give up her whole other life. Her other son, her husband, they would not be part of her life if she had kept Noah. And so she was put in this horrible place where she had to choose. And she decided she wanted to choose more for Noah and hope that there was more. She had no idea if someone would come for him or if he would die in that orphanage. She was holding him and he moved in his sleep, and she just gasped and startled, and we were like, are you okay? What's going on? And it was because her understanding of what Down syndrome was that he would do nothing. And so it was just really eye-opening to us of how different it is when people understand what Down syndrome is, and that it's not a death sentence, and it is actually the best thing to ever happen to our family.
We still, communicate with her. She gets to see Noah, playing baseball and soccer and basketball and going to school and, doing all these things. And she's just she's mind blown to see that he has opportunities in life.
You have to overcome that fear of the what ifs. Because that's what almost stopped us every time. What if I can't raise the money to adopt this child? The fear of what if it affects my children that I currently have in a negative way? The fear that what if I have medically complex issues that I'm gonna be carrying for the rest of my life with this child? All of those unknowns, right? I also think people think that they have to be some certain type of parent or a special parent. People are always like, you guys are we could never do it. You're so amazing. You're so special to be able to do this. We're not. We're just anyone else. We just decided not to let fear take over, and we said yes to what we knew was actually calling us.
Show the camera. Can you give me a kiss? No, a normal kiss.
Are there any challenges of having siblings with Down syndrome?
Definitely. Yeah, like school, there's definitely some people who just don't understand, like, that it's...
Yeah, what it's actually like to
be
with them.
It's definitely people that make fun of it, and that's hard, but you just gotta, tell them that it's a great thing.
Has that been hard for you to have to stand up for them?
I mean, not really. I mean, it's you can just kind of hear people talking about it, and it's just is that true, or do you just think that because of what you see and hear? But
some people think that it's a really bad thing, but it's actually the same as having a sibling without special needs, but they're just they need a little more help in life, but they can still do most of the things that other people can.
If you would have told me when Bree was born the life that she would have been living, she's a senior and she has done everything and more, that we sat in that hospital room with a brand new baby crying she won't go to a high school dance. She won't do this. We literally listed all the things she wouldn't do when she was a day old. And she's done all of them and more because we weren't scared to let her. Her oldest sister decided to try out for the high school drill team when she was in 9th grade. I mean, Bree was tiny, elementary age. And she was like, I'm gonna be on the drill team like Kyra. I'm gonna dance. We would go to the football games. She was gonna do it. And we didn't have the heart. In our minds, we were we put those limits on her in our minds. We never told her that, but in our minds, we thought to ourselves, she's never going to be able to do that.
Just what? Just what?
What?
What? Just what? I get my team.
What? You made the team?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! That is so awesome!
Yeah, you got the best reaction. Are you so happy?
Yeah.
Spartonian! She's crying.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Oh.
So long story short, she tried out. She made the team. I remember going to the coach after and being concerned about how this was going to play out with other parents' judgments, because there were some girls who hadn't made the team. How was I going to justify that Bree had made this team? And the coach said to me, "That's my problem, and Bree is good enough to be on this team." And we knew that she was a good enough dancer. We never questioned that. We just didn't know if someone else would see that and believe in her. I remember the first performance, she was lined up on the side to walk out in front of the school. The whole school's there. And I was like, "Chris, I have to go get her. Like, I can't let her do this. What if she fails? What if someone makes fun of her? What if she doesn't dance good enough and gets scared?" And all the what ifs. We know what she can do, but I didn't trust the world. And she walked out on that court and she just beamed. So many things that she couldn't do when she started, she can now do. And it's because people believed in her and they gave her a chance. This year they gave the girls the option to be on drill and cheer if they wanted. So she tried out for varsity cheer and made that. You know, coaches have told me if every girl on the team had the bravery and the love for dance that Bree does, we'd be state champions, because she doesn't care. Like, she just knows, I love to dance and I'm gonna dance. Bree excelled when she became part of the drill team in everything. Her math scores went up, her reading scores went up, like all these things that we'd been trying to teach her for 14 years of, you know, socially, she was picking up on because she was being embraced and belonging in an inclusive setting. And they did it correctly. You know, they could have put her on the team and she could have been part of it to the side. But they embraced her and they have made adjustments along the way to enable the team to really get to experience Bree instead of Bree's just an add-on. Bree is an integral part of the team, and that's what has changed all of them.
Seniors! Quote of the year. Literally. What's been your favorite dance this year?
Camp.
Camp dance. I like that one. Are you excited to perform on Friday?
Yeah.
Me too. Our last football halftime. That's so sad.
Is that happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah.
Even if we've had like a really hard day with like cleaning and stuff like that, she always just like anything she says will make us laugh, and like she just brings like a light to this team.
It's so true. The light she brings like is so noticeable between practices that she is or like can't make it to, and you just notice like even with the school, like she just brings such a light. Like seeing everyone at school and anyone she's so kind to and so fun, and it's been the best 4 years with her. I couldn't imagine it without her.
Our other children graduated and they went off to college and they did all these things. So what does it look like for Bree and Mia? So I feel like I've gone into this panic mode the last few months of how I felt when Bree was born. All the what ifs, all the, well, what is this gonna be? We're never gonna be empty nesters. But if I shift that perspective, the great thing about the future is it comes one day at a time. If Bree and Mia are at the same level of ability right now for the next 30 years, they will probably need us to be in their home. If I flip that and instead of fearing all of those things that are going to be hard, I get to have all of this joy. I mean, we get to have Christmas. I don't know why that makes me cry. We get to have the magic of Christmas our entire lives. Sorry. And it's just like that innocence that I get so sad about my other kids growing up. And we get to have that forever. And we get to have people that need us and people that want us to still be part of their home. And so it's not easy, and I'm going through it right now. We're struggling a little bit with what the future really looks like, but let go of the fear and hold on to the hope, because you don't know what it's going to be. And it is probably going to be better than we imagined, just like the last 18 years have been. Mia, like I've said, she had a lot more trauma and she has a lot more struggles, and behaviorally and a lot of things socially. She just doesn't understand, didn't ever get loved, and she pushes it away, right? And as her time at the school has gone on, peers have found her who genuinely love her, and we sometimes say she makes you work for her love. Like, she's not just gonna give it freely like Noah does, she's gonna make you work for it. And there's been kids every year that have come out of the woodwork that just love her, and they love her unconditionally, even if she hits them or pulls their hair or, has a moment of acting out that she can't control, and they still love her. And this unified sports has given her a place to belong, and I've watched that change her. And she's now going to all the school events. She goes to the dances. She goes to the football games. She plays in the unified sports because someone loved her. And we obviously saw that in our home, but she wasn't able to do that outside of our home until the last few years, when other people found ways to show her that love and to just love her for who she is.
Dad, this is my manager, and Mom, this is sport, soccer.
Whoa. So you won this medal for playing soccer?
Yeah. My dad sent me.
What was it like when you got the medal? How did you feel?
Happy. I was nervous. This is my tree. A chipmunk high. Chipmunk.
Oh, they're up in the trees?
Yeah. A snake run the fence.
Really?
Yeah, my father's snake run the fence. Yes, Mommy. Yes, Mommy. Yes, Mom.
Looking handsome.
And then Noah, I know that he would not have lived in that orphanage for much longer. And now you look at him and he's this vibrant, happy, loving, tender-hearted little boy. And it's because someone believed in him.
I'm your favorite twin in the whole world. Oh, I love your smile. I love how everybody always just wants to be around you, because you're a fun person to be around. I love when you dance and you sing. Yep, just like that.
This is Noah, this is Daddy.
What's up?
What's up? Good boys night.
Boys night. Noah definitely, is the son I need, and we get out for boys night, and it's beautiful. It's no different than the relationship I had with my dad. We may not be throwing 80-mile-an-hour fastballs to each other, right? But we play baseball. We may not be hiking up, some of the mountains here, but, we go on hikes.
All three of my kids, they just have this bravery that comes with their Down syndrome that is just magical, and it just needs to be seen by the world.
They're going to be with us for a lot longer than our other kids. That's exciting to me. It's fun to, to think about just living the rest of our life doing stuff that they enjoy. And so, yeah, I'd say that's the best part of it for sure.
All three of them had different beginnings. They all have Down syndrome, but there's been all these different experiences in their lives and in our lives where if someone believes in you and sees you for who you are, the possibilities are endless. Like, they can do so much when given the chance. That's really it. And we just have to trust that they're gonna fly, and let them do their thing. And they always do it.
Thank you for watching this story. My dad and I are so happy that we get to do this, and it all started when we began the journey to make a movie inspired by our friend Jay, who has Down syndrome. The movie is called Made with Love. As we work on raising the budget, we've met incredible people in the Down syndrome community whose stories have inspired us.
Every person has a superpower, and for individuals with Down syndrome, those superpowers shine in the most incredible ways. We proudly partner with Rod's Heroes, a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to uncovering and celebrating the unique strengths, talents, and limitless potential of individuals with Down syndrome. We do this by showcasing their incredible abilities, inspiring families to open their hearts and answer the call to adopt children with Down syndrome, and empowering communities to step up, support, and uplift individuals with Down syndrome, creating a world where they are seen, valued, and given every opportunity to thrive. Together, we're not just changing lives, we're changing the world. Join us in making a difference. Visit rods.org to learn how you can get involved, donate to support our mission, and meet the incredible children waiting for their forever families.